Crypto Trader is proudly brought to you by Element, a full-service investment bank for the digital token capital markets.
Our crypto travels this week bring us to none other than incredible India, home to over 1.3 billion people and to the second largest population of unbanked people in the world. Look around you. This is a playing ground for blockchain implementation. We are in Hyderabad, India's tech capital and home to Google, Microsoft and many others. We've come here to make sense of the FUD. Is the Indian government really against the blockchain? This week we asked the question whether India can become a blockchain powerhouse. Our first order of business is the International Blockchain Congress at the Convention Center in Hyderabad. We're driving through the middle of the high-tech city, home to, as we said, the likes of Google, Deloitte, and even India's Silicon Country. Despite the emergence of the middle class that this tech boom has brought about, the streets are still chaos. As you enter the convention area, you see signs, literally of a possible blockchain boom. The conference organizers and the state government are teaming up, hoping to be, quote, powering India's blockchain revolution. And the signs don't stop. The big sponsor brands, the state government here and in neighboring Goa, Nucleus Vision, 1101 who we'll meet later. Big names like Binance, Icon, and even the Indian giant Tech Mahindra. In my mind, India is the best test case in the world for rolling out blockchain applications. You enter and more bold signs proclaim things like, blockchain is here and now. Embrace the blockchain before it's too late. A decentralized, transparent and secure future is upon us. If you had a message for the Indian government, what would it be?
It is an issue which we need to discuss, debate and find a solution.
Finally, you'll notice, of course, the crowd size. Thousands of locals, all aboard the blockchain.
Government in India is very, very pro-blockchain.
Where there's the will, they'll find a way. And just a reminder that if you are watching us on YouTube, now is a great time to hit the subscribe button. We cover conferences worldwide, but this is a first. The state governments of Telangana and Goa have officially sponsored this conference. A.B. Pitti, a Harvard Business School dropout who left to start Nucleus Vision and is somewhat of a superhero here in India, envisioned this conference to be something bigger.
Our honorable guest, Mr. K.G. Rama Rao, to deliver the keynote address. Let's welcome him with a huge round of applause, ladies and gentlemen.
And here to kick things off is the IT minister. His speech was all the rage across India's news networks today.
హైదరాబాద్ హెచ్ఎస్సీలో ఇంటర్నేషనల్ బ్లాక్ చైన్ కాంగ్రెస్ ను ప్రారంభించారు ఆయన.
థాంక్యూ.
హైదరాబాద్ లో జరిగిన అంతర్జాతీయ బ్లాక్ చైన్ కాంగ్రెస్ లో ఆయన మాట్లాడారు.
బ్లాక్ చైన్ సదస్సు ప్రారంభం.
To India and to the state of Telangana, it brings tremendous opportunities to leapfrog many stages of development. On the power, on the ability of blockchain.
The minister didn't just give a speech. He signed a dizzying number of MOUs, a Memorandum of Understandings.
Many MOUs being signed.
To solidify education, development and adoption of blockchain technology.
Making Telangana a hotbed for blockchain innovation.
He invited companies, government officers and a flock of university officials, all signing MOUs for various initiatives.
A quick handshake, a promise of better future and a photo opportunity.
So I must admit, when I was invited to India to this conference by my friend Abhishek Pitti, I didn't realize that when I came here, I'd find out that he was a superhero in this country. Maybe I didn't realize how big your reputation was here. I didn't realize that you're like the king of blockchain in India.
Well, I think you're being too kind, but definitely we are trying to build, the infrastructure for the, country. We have gotten great support from the political leadership, technology leadership.
Now, what were you trying to achieve when you created this conference? You're combining government officials, combining traditional tech companies like Tech Mahindra. What were you trying to achieve?
I think it's bringing the India resources online for the blockchain community, right? I think India is a technology powerhouse and has not effectively contributed anything to the blockchain community so far. So I had to literally educate the entire leadership on the technology side and collaborate with the political leadership to sort of bring them on board and make them really understand what really happened.
Now, do you think the government has been too slow to respond here? Too slow to regulate?
In India?
Yeah.
Not really, actually. I think government in India is very, very pro-blockchain. They are running close to over, I would say, 10 plus proof of concepts at a national level and even at state levels. Multiple states are participating. I think India has this, historically, India has this tendency to follow legislation globally. I want to clarify, like, India's stand on cryptocurrency is no different than any other country at the moment. They are trying to observe, but they have not taken any technical stand on cryptocurrency or owning of cryptocurrency at the moment.
So that's the official conference line. What outsiders really want to know, though, is whether the court will rule against the Reserve Bank of India and the ban they imposed on the country's on-ramps and off-ramps. This decision is due sometime in September. So if crypto isn't in fact banned, think of the market cap potential coming out of India. Just look around you. The potential numbers are staggering. And the streets, well, they're still chaos. One person with a huge fan base here and known for his ICO analysis is Ian Bellina. He hosted his own off-site event and I judged the ICO competition.
We'll have our panel ask our judges here, evaluate the projects.
Wow, you saved me for last. So I'm stuck here because I like all four projects. I like Matic because I do like scalability solutions and the fact that you've got a proven concept. I think that's very good. QuickX, I think bringing microtransactions to the people to make the blockchain usable. When you come to a place like India or you spend time like I do in Africa, you know that you really need microtransactions.
Okay, just a quick clap of how many of you are holding cryptocurrencies? Just a quick clap. Okay, almost everybody. How many of you can go to the market and buy clothes using your cryptocurrencies? A quick clap.
The last project that we saw was the decentralized exchange aggregators, should we call it? I'm a big fan of decentralized exchanges. I think decentralized exchanges are the future. And then to blockchain, I'm a big fan of DAG technology. I think that getting the TPS up while keeping the network secure is the holy grail. So I'm kind of stuck between all four of you. So I'd probably go with Matic and QuickX.
All right, congratulations, Matic Network. Please give a round of applause to them.
I discovered my own big following here. And back at the conference, Ian broke down his ICO strategy. Thank you so much.
Ian is the founder and a partner at 1,000X Partners.
So today we're going to be speaking about something that's very important. We're going to be speaking about building and the importance of investor communities. What do you look out for when building these investor communities? What's the process? Ian, welcome back to Crypto Trader.
Oh, glad to be here.
Ian, the last time we spoke, it was under quite bad circumstances. You had been hacked. Did you ever recover any of the funds?
Yes, so a small portion has been taken back. We're in the process of trying to get a good portion back. I would say about a quarter to a third of the funds have already been frozen on exchanges. Exchanges are working with us actively, and we're very, very hopeful.
And are you close to catching the people that did this?
Oh, I mean, we've ID'd the people. We know who they are. Now it's just about building a case, working with foreign police and entities and law enforcement and getting them to bring them back to America for prosecution.
Now, Ian, you're famous for investing in ICOs. And yes. You came out on stage yesterday and you said that you prefer investing in ICOs because that's where people made all their money. Are you still investing in ICOs even now when the market is going down?
All the time. I mean, so the market is down, but if you look at it, good ICOs are still making money. Mainframe, QuickChain, Lumax, even PinDX, all this year, all made lots of money for investors.
Now, have you changed your approach between last year and this year to buying your ICOs or to investing in the ICOs?
Yes, yeah, I mean, every 1 or 2 months I make changes to the way I invest and do my research on projects. So I would say the main thing now is I focus more on blockchain projects, especially in the bear market. Almost all dApps, anything that's not really a blockchain project has a higher probability of doing poorly on exchanges.
Okay, let's talk about returns. How do you decide what you're going to invest in? What's going to give you the biggest returns?
Token metrics, right? So it's the way I evaluate ICOs using data analytics and seeing which ICOs are more undervalued. So as people who follow me know, the things I look for are having a prototype, having shipped codes, whether testnet or mainnet. So ICOs that are launching a testnet or mainnet 1 year away, I avoid like a plague. Even if it's a good team, good project, the fact that it's so far away, I mean, what's going to keep the price up for 1 year?
What's the next step?
Next step is all-star team. I look for people who have a credible background. So either they've worked for a well-known company in their space, if it's consulting, like somebody like who's worked at Deloitte, Cognizant, for example, with Matic Network here, or Bain Capital, McKinsey, or if they're a publicly traded company, for example, with ClickChain, engineers at Facebook and Google. To me, that is credible.
Okay, and now let's talk about, you mentioned token distribution, token metrics. What do you look for when you look for token distribution? What's the ideal token distribution?
The ideal token distribution is, in terms of total tokens, not printing billions and billions of tokens, something scarce. I mean, for example, Bitcoin, the best example of all time, only has 21 million Bitcoin. Because I feel like when you keep on printing more tokens, you're devaluing your token, right? Because the data shows that it does matter, right? So I feel like ideally anything under 150 million is ideal. And then in terms of what percentage of tokens is given to the community, anything between 65 to 70, 73% is ideal as well. Meaning that the community
should be out in the community.
Yeah, so ideally the community is the biggest holder of your token.
Okay, so testnet, killer team, A-star team, token metrics are good, advisors are good, what else?
Hard cap, how much money they're raising. So for example, dApps, applications building on the blockchain, anything that's raising more than 12 million is not really justified for a dApp. Blockchains, it depends on the total score of the token metrics because it takes each individual data point and then holistically creates a grade. So projects have had caps as high as 50 million and still been great investments, but ideally something under 40 million is ideal.
Okay, now I'm going to swing the conversation a little bit. Your 3 best investments of all time. What were they?
Wabi, all-time high over 117x. Icon, all-time high over 100x. Dragon Chain, all-time high over 50x. I think might have even gone to 80x quickly.
Now, let's talk about taking profits because sometimes it's really hard to take profits. When you see something's at 100x, that part of your brain goes that it may be going to 200x. When do you know that it's the right time to take profits? What's your policy?
So my policy is I look to take profits after a 3x return, at least my initial investment. That way I protect myself from losses. Then as it's going up every 5x, so 5, 10x, 15, 20x or so, take profits as well. So 10 to 20% for me is ideal. Then if something goes just ballistic to 100x, I'll take off a good chunk as well, so 20% as well is advisable. And the way I view it is, it's great to take profits. If you hit a home run like an Icon, a Wabi, a Dragon Chain, take the profits and reinvest into the next possible Icon, Wabi, or Dragon Chain, because you have more capital to invest.
Speaking of the next ICO or the next Icon, what are you looking at today? What are your all-stars, your top projects?
Top projects right now, I like Multivac, ChromaWay. Recently here we're looking into Matic Network. We're still doing more homework on it, but out of all the 3, out of the projects right now, ChromaWay is the next one we're going to be investing and advising in them via 100x Advisors, which is our new ICO advisory firm. And ChromaWay is better than Multivac scores higher, but Multivac technology-wise and everything is great. But going back to token metrics, their seed investors had a very large bonus. So to us, that makes us wait, because you don't always have to get in via the ICO. You can always get some post-ICO.
Yeah, but sometimes post-ICO, you could land up paying the 10x or the 20x.
Yeah, but because of the large bonus, we think there'll be lots of selling pressure. So we think there'll be an opportunity to get in near ICO price or even below ICO price.
So do you stay away from ICOs that have a high bonus at any stage of the way?
Yeah, any stage. Anything over 40% we avoid.
So what am I looking at here?
You are looking at the world's first blockchain magazine.
This is a a magazine, a traditional print magazine, all on the blockchain?
Absolutely. It's all on blockchain and crypto.
Now, in the day of technology, why would you do a magazine, a paperback magazine?
We did e-copy of the magazine. There were 6,800 requests that said they wanted a hard copy of it because they wanted to, preserve it and read it at their ease. So that's when we decided we'll go for the hard copy.
Is this the first edition?
Yes, this is the first edition.
Now, what was the inspiration behind getting A.B. Pitty on the cover?
We are launching in one of the largest blockchain conferences in India, and that's been pulled off by Abhi. So we thought who would be better than him on the cover page.
Now, is A.B. a celebrity here in India?
Oh, he definitely is. He's the guy who defined what blockchain and crypto can do. So he's definitely the hero.
Now, how many of these copies do you believe you're going to sell in India?
We launched it this morning and we are sold out. I mean, we printed 11,000 in the first edition. We are coming up with the second edition with 20,000 copies. So moving forward, we will have 25,000 for every edition.
Wow, and it's only blockchain?
It's only blockchain, only crypto. That's right, that's right.
Thank you very much and good luck.
Ron, I have been a great fan of yours and I am a huge fan. Not just me, a lot of Indian crypto and blockchain enthusiasts are your fan. And it's an honor to be on your show.
Thank you very much, my friend.
Thanks a lot.
The honor's all mine. Now, let's talk about your other baby. Now, blockchain obviously being your big baby, but let's talk about Nucleus Vision. Yep. You're a Harvard College dropout who decided had to leave Harvard to start Nucleus Vision. For our viewers who don't know what Nucleus Vision is, just quick rundown. What is Nucleus Vision?
Nucleus Vision is a culmination of three major technologies: IoT, blockchain, and AI. And effectively, what Nucleus Vision is doing is disrupting retail as it is today. What it does is it creates identity of the consumers or customers who are walking inside the stores. It creates a platform where customers and retailers can buy and sell information in real time. And three, it creates an opportunity for the brands to service the customer when they're in the stores. For example, if you walk into a Nike store, historically Nike couldn't identify you. Even if they knew you were there, they could not get any information about you. But with Nucleus Vision, Nike can not just now identify you, they can also buy your information from you, so you get paid for selling your information to Nike. And three, now Nike has more information to service you as a customer. So
that's actually like the convergence of offline and online shopping.
Absolutely.
Online shopping's always had this advantage over offline shopping because they know who you are.
Correct.
And now when you walk into a store, it's almost like having that online shopping experience.
Absolutely.
Now, there are a few companies doing this. What makes Nucleus Vision different?
I think the core technology itself. I think the fact that our IoT sensors, Eon sensors don't require any Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, GPS, or any NFC requirement. The fact that you go on an online website and the website already knows you're there and they know your identity, they know your preferences. That's the same experience what we have created in the physical world. Now, whether it can be a retail store, it can be a resort, it can be a restaurant, it can be a bank, it can be anywhere people would want to get a personalized experience. So it's technically seamless. That's why.
Tell me about the development cycle. Is this a white paper and an idea, or is this something that's actually ready for implementation?
Nucleus Vision has been already deploying technology in the market. Currently, we have signed contracts with 4,000 plus stores in India. We already are...
we deployed sensors in 4,000 stores.
We are on our way. We are now, initially we had deployed the sensors in about 10 stores earlier this year. But we now deploying more stores. We're close to around 50 plus stores now. We have requirement for 4,000 stores pending, so we are waiting on our second batch of sensors to arrive from the production. The biggest lead time is the production cycle time. So I think by the end of the year, we are close to reaching 1,000 stores.
So QuickX, what does QuickX do?
So basically QuickX is bringing cryptocurrencies in day-to-day life. What we are doing is we are changing the status of cryptocurrencies from a share-like object to a real spendable currency in day-to-day life, wherein we are focusing more on the micropayments.
Are you saying that I can use my Bitcoin and Ethereum and other cryptocurrencies, or are you creating a new currency?
No, you can use all these currencies along with the token which we are creating. Go to the store, pay through Bitcoin, pay through Litecoin, pay through Ethereum. Any currency you want to pay through, you can pay in the store near you, and the fiat will be transferred to the company.
Now, is your product live or are you still in development?
We have our MVP live. It's a multi-currency wallet. We have already tested a lot of transactions into that, and we are launching our test net in the next quarter, and the main net will be 6 months from now.
And are you doing an ICO?
Yes, we are doing an ICO. Presently, we are in the private sales, and after the private sales are over, we will be going with the token sale.
Today we're interviewing the finalists of the Ian Bellino Crypto World Tour, and with me I have the CEO of Tim Blockchain. What is Tim Blockchain?
So Tim is the world's first GPS-based DAG blockchain. It is like multi-sided blockchain which scales up to 10,000 DAGs and can scale up transactions up to 100 million transactions per second.
Okay, now tell me about the concept of a GPS DAG blockchain.
So the core use of GPS is to create DAG over the region. So the DAGs are created on physical over the globe, and it kind of splits as the number of transactions increases. So you will have more nodes covering the continents of the world. And as the number of transactions go down, those DAGs merge into North Hemisphere and the South Hemisphere.
So now let's talk about Tim Blockchain. When will you guys be live?
And now we are in beta, where we have 2-layer DAG a private net. We will be making this public, where anyone can download the binaries and join the public beta net. Our main net will be coming in November this year.
And what about a token sale? When is your token sale starting?
We did a pre-sale in March, and we will be doing our public main sale in the end of August. Currently we are doing private sale.
And with me I've got the CEO of Wandex. What does Wandex do?
Hi, I'm glad to be here. Wandex is basically a decentralized exchange on the Ethereum and the Neo platform. Currently we are live on Ethereum. We go live on Neo in 2 weeks. We believe that decentralized currencies require a decentralized way of trading, and hence we founded Wandex.
Now, what's the difference between Wandex and all the other decentralized exchanges? There are so many other decentralized exchanges out there, and dare I say it, but none of them have really got great traction.
Where we differ is that we have created a desktop application. We have got about 5,000 registrations already for that, which enables an easy user experience such that a newbie can use a decentralized exchange just like he uses a centralized exchange right now.
And when will your DEX be live?
Ethereum is already live. Neo goes live in 2 weeks.
And we're in the spotlight once again, this time with a company called Matic, one of the darling childs of India. What is Matic exactly?
So Matic Network is a sidechain scaling solution built on the foundation of Plasma framework. It aims to solve the biggest problem of blockchains right now, scalability, which is the biggest focus of blockchain developer community right now.
But you're using sidechains to do this, right?
Yes. So Matic Network has multiple sidechains, can have multiple sidechains. A single Matic sidechain can have up to 65,000 transactions theoretically, and there can be thousands of such sidechains existing together, scaling possibly to the overall capacity of the network to millions of TPS in future.
Now, is this just an idea, or is this project already running?
Yeah, we already have an MVP running on our testnet, and some of the DApp development teams have already tested it. And top 100 coin by market cap, listed on CoinMarketCap, is already building their solution, a marketplace on top of Matic Network. And there are other 6 active projects which are building on top of Matic Network, and more joining every day.
Now, which coin is the one that you keep referring to as the one that's already developing?
So that we'll announce very soon, and it will go in public very soon. Yeah.
Awesome. Now, are you raising money for Matic?
Yes. So we are also doing ICO, and it's in the process of private sales, and everything will be starting very soon, and we'll also be doing a public ICO soon.
So those are our projects in the spotlight, and now it's time to wrap up the conference. So we had 2 options tonight. Option 1 was to go to another blockchain party in a nightclub. Option 2 was to get onto a tuk-tuk and hit the streets of Hyderabad. And here we are in the tuk-tuk. We're on the streets of Hyderabad. It's about 10 p.m. It seems like it's peak hour traffic. This place is chaos. There are motorbikes everywhere, and I think I've nearly died over 200 times in the last 20 minutes. So we decided to get a little bit more adventurous with our dinner tonight. Instead of eating at the hotel, we decided to come here and eat with the locals. really fried chicken? Maybe we moved from the conference in Hyderabad to a new conference here in Goa with ministers and government officials. What was the logic of bringing us to Goa?
I think you would agree this is historical, right? Like leadership, you can literally count countries that have taken such an initiative at this level of leadership to bring the community together, show a pro stand on the technology and the markets, and they are doing it in a big way.
When you came here, did you think, what am I going to see in India?
India is amazing. We were in Hyderabad for 2 days and now we're in Goa. We're really happy to see both the government of Telangana and the government of Goa have taken a very bold step forward to try and advance the development of blockchain industry and the hub in India. So really excited to be part of that. We're excited to be investors in Nucleus Vision and then 1101 with Avi and Rama and their team.
Again, you see the signs, the crowds. But can a beach town like this really be a blockchain hub? One noted American thinks not.
No Indian in the room can say this, and I don't mind stepping on some toes. You're not going to get mass adoption here. You're not going to get any adoption of blockchain technology at all, for that matter, in this country until the Central Bank of India allows blockchain companies to do business
That's
there.
right.
Like, we're having all these conversations about how we can mass adoption there, but you literally have your central banking system saying companies in this industry can't do anything here.
We caught up with Jeremy Gardner after the closing party to discuss.
So having been here for a few days and seeing government officials on the stage telling us that they're bullish about blockchain, you don't believe it?
It's the same thing as banks 3 years ago on Wall Street saying, we love blockchain, but we don't like Bitcoin. It's like whoop-de-doo. So find another token that works because you need a token for a blockchain to work.
If you had a message for the Indian government, what would it be?
Take an open mind. We understand that you're going through demonetization. You like capital controls. But look at Bitcoin as an opportunity to open up your economy, bring in incredible new avenues of investment, and allow these blockchain-based technologies that have the potential to rapidly improve their infrastructure and governance systems to thrive as long as Bitcoin can exist in the economy, and right now it can't.
That's Jeremy Gardner, and always interesting to get his views. And no, he's not drunk. I've been with him all night.
The week wound down with a vintage soiree, as they call it. No matter how you slice it, here you had the likes of Ian Bellina, teams from Good Money, Hosho, Adara and Spatium, all toasting to the blockchain with Indian government officials. Whatever the RBI decision may be, this week was the big kickstart that the Indian blockchain scene needed. India was simply incredible. I'll be back in studio next week. Until then, trade well, my friends.
Crypto Trader is proudly brought to you by Element, a full-service investment bank for the digital token capital markets.